there wasn't a lot of people. There were some people living on the site. She mentioned not an awful lot. I think there'd been university halls of residence for students, but they'd moved out of there because they'd just been, like she mentioned, the shopping centre had already been earmarked, and that whole area called Stratford City, which is a commercial development, had already been planned and would have been finished by now if the Olympics hadn't been won. So for a long time they knew this area needed regenerating, so a lot of the buildings had just been run down. So the only people living there really were travellers who had been there from a very established community. They'd been there, Irish travellers from about the 1960s onwards, and a lot of allotments. People had small scale allotment gardens, so that was the people who sort of lived there. Otherwise it was small industry. So in a way it was quite easy to get rid of those people and build it there, because it didn't require a huge amount of demolition of existing properties. I came about a year ago, and it's changed significantly that time. It's a very impressive speed of development. They really are doing a good job on it.
Are you excited that the Olympics?
I think so. I mean, it's very interesting. As I said, we had 160 studios, over 200 artists living or working on that site that then lost their studios. So that's not great for our business, not great for them. But actually, because of that, the local council realised that they'd lost all those artists, and that was a great resource for the area. So they've opened up a lot of negotiations with us, and we went past one building that had a woman painted on the side. I don't know if you saw, and she said that was a list. That particular image was listed. That building will be converted into artist studios afterwards.
Okay.
And we have another building to the north of the site, which again was being built from scratch, but will include studios in there. So there are ways of, they are sort of opening up to sort of.
Do you think you'll get the same amount of artists back, like all the artists?
I don't think so. But what we will have is permanent space, whereas before it was temporary. So temporary space for a lot of artists, or permanent space for a small amount, I guess it's a trade-off. And in the end, the long-term benefits are better from having a smaller group permanently. The Olympic Village will be turned into what we call social housing, which is what we call it in Canada actually, which is like a project, but it's a mixture. We call it mixed tenure. Some will be for sale, some will be rented. But as you pointed out, actually the legacy mode won't be immediately after the games, because none of the houses have kitchens because they were built for athletes, not for people. So there'll be a sort of 2-year turnaround. So it'll probably be 2014 before the sort of real effects on the park itself are felt. I mean, somewhere like this, which is an existing shopping centre, next to it there's going to be the biggest shopping centre in Britain. So obviously that's going to have potential detrimental effects on this place. And I think house prices might go up in the area.